Is that cruise you were looking at really all-inclusive? Well, the answer is kind of. As a travel agent and a frequent cruiser, I know from experience that not everything in the glossy travel brochures are what they seem. Today, we're breaking down what's actually included in your cruise fare, what's not, and how those extras can impact your budget. So let's dive in. When you book a cruise, you're getting a great value, as there's actually quite a bit included. Here's what you can typically expect to be covered in your fare. Accommodations. Of course, the cabin is included, along with the daily steward services, and the stateroom class you choose will be the primary driver for the price of your fare. These can range from an interior room to a luxurious suite with higher end rooms including more services and perks in the fare. Meals. Most cruise lines include dining in the buffet, main dining room, and sometimes a few casual eateries and grab and go options. These options will cover all of your meals and most of your snacks without any additional fees. Basic beverages. Tap water, iced tea, and perk coffee are typically included, and sometimes lemonade or juice at select times or venues. Entertainment. These can include Broadway-style shows, live music, comedy acts, and deck party activities. The ships will host frequent daily onboard events and have a variety of venues for activities you can participate in, such as trivia games, poolside contests, fitness centers, and sometimes rock climbing, mini golf, or water slides. Kids clubs. Most major cruise lines offer supervised programs for children and teens. At first glance, that sounds like a pretty good deal, right? Everything you need while on board is included. But before you start picturing a fully worry-free vacation, let's talk about what's not included. This is where expenses can start to add up, as many of the things you may assume are included actually come with an extra cost. These are the most common ones. Soft drinks and alcoholic beverages. While it's not a surprise that alcoholic beverages such as cocktails, beer, and wine are not included, on many ships, even sodas, fresh juices, and smoothies will cost you extra by the drink unless you purchase a drink package. And if you are going to rely on the drink package to keep your budget in line, this can be difficult, as some cruise lines use dynamic pricing on their packages, so you may not know how much the package will be until after you have booked your fare. Wi-Fi. Internet access isn't usually included and can be pricey depending on the package you choose. If you want or need to stay connected while on board, you need to be aware of this as a potential budget buster. Specialty restaurants. While the buffet, main dining room, and most grab-and-go options are free, the premium restaurants, such as the steakhouses, the sushi bars, and the teppanyaki restaurants, usually cost extra. This can be a significant expense if you want to splurge on something special. Spa and salon services. Again, it's no real surprise that the spa and salon services are not included. However, if you want to budget for a massage or facial or get your nails done while on board, be aware that these come with premium price tags that can be much higher than what you would find on land. Photos. Those professional photos taken around the ship? Yep, they are not free. But don't worry if a cruise ship photographer offers to take your picture. You won't be charged for the photo to be taken. You only pay if you want a copy of the photo. They can be a great souvenir for memories from your cruise adventure. Just make sure you budget wisely so a keepsake photo can be a part of your memorabilia. Laundry services. Most ships charge per item or offer a per bag laundry special. Again, no big surprise here, but if you fill up that bag that is provided in the closet of your stateroom, you may be in for a shock when you get your final bill. Pool towels. This is a surprise fee that can be easily avoided, but to be honest, was a trap I got caught in on my first cruise. Yes, the towels are free to use, but many cruise ships will require you to check out the towels for use on the pool deck or land excursions. If you fail to check that towel back in, you'll be charged for it, as if you packed it in your bags and took it home. This is the case even if you took it back to your room and it was picked up by your room steward. We were charged $20 a towel. I won't share with you how many. Excursions. Cruise port excursions are guided activities and tours offered at each destination, allowing passengers to explore beyond the ship and immediate port. These excursions range from cultural sightseeing and historical tours to adventure activities like snorkeling, ziplining, and off-road excursions. The rates for these excursions can range wildly and can quickly blow a hole in your vacation budget. By the way, we'll be presenting a future video on cruise ports and excursions, so if you're finding this video to be helpful and informative, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification button for more travel content. Gratuities. Many cruise lines do not include tips for the staff as a part of the fare, and they automatically charge daily gratuities for crew members, even if you're tipping the crew personally. This gratuity charge can be around $16 to $20 per person per day. You can plan for this by prepaying it when you book your cruise, but these can add up really quick if you haven't planned for them. As you can see, while a lot is included, there are plenty of opportunities to spend more money once on board, and these add-ons can really impact your vacation budget. Now, let's talk strategy. The first key is to be aware of what is included in the advertised fare, and then consider what else you will be required to pay and what you would want while on board. If you plan to enjoy a lot of the extras like drinks, Wi-Fi, and specialty dining, you might want to consider a cruise line that includes more in the base fare or that offer reasonably priced packages that include more of what you want. Luxury and premium cruise lines tend to include more in the base fare, and the add-on packages are typically less expensive than what you would find in more budget-conscious cruises. However, there you could find that you're paying for more things than you don't need or even want. Second, do your research on how much it would cost to include things that you would want. There are a lot of resources available to use to educate yourself on all of this. The website for the cruise lines can be a starting point, but it can be a little deceptive as they want to put forward the lowest possible fare to hook you in. As a result, you may not be fully informed on what isn't included. We recommend the various fan pages and chat boards where people ask and answer common questions about the various lines. Also, your friendly neighborhood travel agent will have the knowledge and experience to help you answer these questions. Third, plan out what you really want and need for your cruise adventure. This will take a little honest soul searching here. What do you really want included, and what can you happily live without? There are two extremes you want to avoid. You don't want a trip that frequently reminds you of the things you can't have as there was no room in the budget. And you don't also want your next trip to be a visit to a bankruptcy attorney. Your travel budget is an investment to enrich your life, and like any investment, wise planning will help to maximize your return. Have you ever been surprised by cruise add-ons? Drop a comment below to share your experience. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And for our thoughts on choosing the best cruise line, check out this video. And until next time, nothing adventured, nothing gained.